Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Will, so to speak, didn't quite land. It didn't stick the landing. So where does this go? With a faction like this, what are they? Who are they? They look completely like you need Jesus right now to stop them. And Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Cena's not here. That's what storytelling is. You can go look up a novel. You can go look up any film. Even if a film is 2 hours and 45 minutes long, that don't mean it's not a great film. It just means a long ass movie. And this is great. This is, again, the art of storytelling. We found out later that Paul Heyman was promised that nothing would ever happen to CM Punk, the tribal chief. Then we find out the tribal chief's not coming back. Paul's like, hey, like this is bizarre. This is the best storyline in wrestling history. Okay, the NWO, pretty fucking awesome storyline. I cannot lie. The thing that Poker knew wasn't that bad in the first place. So I said it. This is unpopular review. I said it's a dice off pair. I'm saying it now, DJ. I say a lot of things I just really mean, but something I just won't bring up. I never understood wrestling fans being mad at that.
Hold on here. Is it the barbershop? Is it the barbershop? Yes, it's the barbershop. Yeah, I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Drums, please!
Viewers may find the following video disturbing.
This ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Money Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Let's talk storyline. I mean, it's the summer of movies, right? That means it's like Big Willie in the house. It's summertime. Summertime. It has to be the summer, right? Because wrestling cinema has never been on display the way it was this past Friday on Smackdown. But before we talk about, here's the real question. Are you acknowledging your new tribal chief? I mean, he has to, you follow. It don't matter what I say. It's about what he say and she say. Welcome to the program, y'all. I'm your host, Mike Knoxxx, and indeed, I spell my name with 3 X's because, damn, wrestling is hardcore, people. Listen, last night we get Forbidden Door, and you know what? It's AEW versus WWE. So we're going to get a lot of people complaining and glorifying. What was it really, Mike Knoxxx, I tell you? Okay, we're going to be joined by AEW's own Dan the Man and SmackDown's own Welcome to the Penitentiary. The Z is silent today on the Mike Knoxxx Show with Forbidden Door. But also, as I said, and we got Money in the Bank. We got, I mean, like, I don't know if you do this. Like, if you're a fan of DDP, you should always give yourself, feel good about a self high five. Shout out to my man, Daryl Johnson, Dr. D. Every post he posts, you may find it weird. He gives himself a like on his own post. I love it. It's weird. It's kooky, but if you're not going to like your own shit, who else will? Like, follow, subscribe, share. It's easy. It's free. Hit the bell notification. We go live. You should know we're live. We got SmackDown. We got Raw. We got NXT. We got AEW. I mean, we got black people, white people, girls, boys. Hell, we're trying to fill the quota. So if you're not that quota that we are making right now, come on in inboxes. We're here for you. Unpopular Reviews. It's the station. Mike Knoxxx right now. It's the channel as well. But I gotta talk wrestling so bad. But I want to talk wrestling so bad. But I will talk it so good. But it's so much to talk about today. I cannot wait to talk about it. But we're going to talk about it. I'm going to bring in the crew who's going to join me today because we got Forbidden Door was last night. And just said AEW. I watch wrestling. But they do an AEW review. So we're going to bring in Dan the Man. We're going to bring in SmackDown's Dice Man. And we're going to talk this pay per view because this isn't WWE, this isn't the network. You got to actually pay for this one, right? You don't pay what $60 a year and get everything. You got to pay $30 each fucking time you want to watch this shit.
Yep.
Or if you have internet that doesn't snitch on you, you can go and watch it some other kind of way. But we are joined together, guys. What's going on, Dan? What's going on, Dice Man? Z is silent.
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
We're here. We're alive. It's Monday. We just came off Forbidden Door. I'm ready to talk some pay-per-view here.
This is some pay-per-view. Dice Man, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the SmackDown Penitentiary.
Welcome to the SmackDown Penitentiary. You know what? I'm reluctant to talk about this, but you know what? I'm a wrestling fan, so let me disappoint a lot of y'all that's super excited to talk about it. Let's get it.
I knew that energy was coming, but listen, don't forget my man backstage holding us down for 10 years. No, I want you to really give this man some follows, some likes. The Victorious Voice Podcast, 301 King Vaughn Jr. on the Twitter. Vaughn, it's been 11 years this past Saturday. It came up on my timeline, brother. Like, I talk about people not having thick skin. You got thick skin. You've heard the nice Mike Knoxxx, but you know Mike Knoxxx. You know the meat and potatoes of Mike Knoxxx. You don't let the gristle just fool you. I appreciate your brother mixing y'all for all that, man. Always holding me down, and he is loyal as a motherfucker. Okay, so let me stop this music before we get banned, Dice. That's your job. You supposed to had already stopped that. It went too long. You're supposed to go 30s. You know, we're not some other people who can play a whole entire video and get away with it for 18 years with 10 million views. We play this shit for 10 seconds. We're fucked. But
That was not me. That was unauthorized.
I know, but you were late to the party, so you came in.
I'm still editing videos.
Okay, see, now I know. We see behind the scenes shit behind the curtains. Forbidden Door happened last night in the island of Long. Okay, no Staten Island dumps were welcome here today in this program. But even on the pre-show, can I just be honest, guys? Can I be fair, Danny, to your product you talk about every single Wednesday night? I'm getting
Absolutely.
my Mone Mojada on right now. Let that bitch go. How do you feel about Tony Khan?
Tony Khan did something, had the ability to do something that not a lot of people can do. I think with that also comes an ego. That's it. I'm worried we're going to get a little bit of a Vince McMahon here. Just a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a lot of it. He needs to relinquish some control, and I know he is terrified to do so. My hope is that Bryan Danielson will end up taking over head of creative. That is my hope. That is what needs to happen. I can't hear you.
I said fair.
Okay.
Fair. I won't even ask DJ. I know there's an answer to that question. We're 0 hour takes place right now. This is total of the behest of people who have paid for the pay-per-view, right? Because at this point, you got WWE haters of AEW and those who say I love professional wrestling, but will shit on other products just because it's fun to them to shit on. And send out pictures of a half open arena, and but it's the pre-show. But when you look at who's on this card right here for this first match, winners House of Black, and you look at the Willow Nightingale and Tam taking on Stat, or as DJ would say, Thicklander, and Momo, and you get other matches like Mariah May, and I'm sorry, and
Soraya.
Okay, my bad. I apologize. Lucha Brothers, that's all I cared about in the Zero Dark Hour. But you get that to be your 0 hour.
Yep.
Were you happy for that hour of 4 matches?
I mean, I'll say this. There was quite a few of those matches I think probably belonged on the main card. I thought there were some matches on the main card that were let me finish.
No, that was a total mistake. It's live. We're live, people. We're live.
So my big knock here was you have the Lucha Bros. Why are the Lucha Bros on 0 hour right now? Why is the House of Black on 0 hour? Why is Willow and Statlander on 0 hour? These are concerns that I have with you have a bloated roster. You are not utilizing certain talent correctly. House of Black has not been utilized correctly in probably a year and a half. Beyond that, the women's division is supposed to be being built right now. And it's actually a lot better than it's been. And yet you're relegating some of your best talent to a pre-show that the majority of people are not even watching or even in their seats for. This is one of your biggest audiences that you've had. And let's just say, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months. You have over 10,000 people in the arena in New York, which is always a hot crowd. And
you saw
you're
SmackDown.
Not, that's what I'm saying.
You saw SmackDown, New York, Tony.
Hot crowds. And they're not showcasing main TV storylines on your main card. I don't get it.
Dice Man, 0 hour. Any thoughts on those matches? Just to go ahead and recap it for you real fast. It opened up Forbidden Door with House of Black taking on Kyle O'Reilly and partner, and Roderick Strong and partner, and Private Party, who I think my dumbass voted for them in the prediction because I thought like they had him in a storyline, but stupid me, Tony Khan booking, that doesn't matter. Willow Nightingale, exactly what Dan is saying, and Chris Statlander. Why didn't tag team matches and they got a rivalry going on a? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Mariah May, who right now is a very good part of the storyline that took place at Forbidden Door. We'll talk about that match later with Toni Storm, and then Lucha Brothers and some people that people will act like you know who they are. You can enjoy their wrestling for who they are, but you don't know who the fuck they are. Dice, go ahead, talk about that.
What are we talking about right now? Who?
0 hour.
I'm going to say this respectfully because I need respectfully.
Okay, you need some music with this?
No.
Okay, no.
I'm talking to Dan here.
Oh shit.
I'm talking to Dan here. Yeah.
Okay.
Dan.
Okay. Oh, he looked up at you too, Dan.
I feel you, Dan. I was in your position. I was the AEW host. I feel your position. You want to feel so good for this brand. I get it. It's resembling of WCW. The problem is it's resembling of WCW. The problem is y'all don't want to admit it or realize it. Half of this shit that you intake is dog water. This shit is trash. We didn't need it. But to answer your question of why you had these people on here, because Tony Khan was trying to sell you on strictly the name Forbidden Door. If you could, in your spare time before your show on Wednesday, look at Forbidden Door last year and tell me if that card, that reaction was better than this what we got last night. Because in my opinion, it was not. That's it.
Last year was what, Omega and Ospreay?
Yes.
Yeah. Which I thought was at the time probably one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Is it? Which is better? Which is better, Swerve versus Ospreay or Omega versus Ospreay?
Omega and Ospreay. I'm sorry, and I love last night, and I can't wait to talk about it. That was the highlight of the night for me last night, and I'm not Dan. Go ahead.
Agreed.
Hands down. No, that was that was the reason to buy last night, and it did
Yeah.
not disappoint.
Well, at 14 matches in, it kind of made it disappointed. But go ahead. I'll let you talk about that later.
There's too many matches.
I mean, but you know that, right? That's like going to a Will Smith flick and expect not to see cars blown up.
You know, Will Smith laugh and all that in there. You know what you're gonna see. You know what you're gonna see. I get it.
So I didn't want to talk about those matches. So that's why I went past them the way that I did. Okay, because frankly, they wasn't worth my time. Okay,
but Soraya is still a household name, no matter how you shake it, and she's on the pre-show. She is on the pre-show.
No matter how you shake it, she's still a household name.
That's all.
But okay, you mentioned it. Dice dabbled in it. It's so easy to make fun of how he books things, and it's easy to say what you would do. But if we would do it, they would probably make fun of us for doing it too, right? Because everybody can't be Tony Gwynn, right? Or Ken Griffey Jr. for those who like Dice down there,
right?
Who, whatever, make him feel better because that's the baseball player he knows. He probably knows more than that, but I'm being an ass.
But keep in mind, he didn't book this full show. He had to book this with New Japan.
He did. Okay, I'm gonna say that before I talk about the match that led off the real pay-per-view. Okay, and that's. I don't care about New Japan Pro Wrestling. There it is. Welcome to Unpopular Review. I am Mike Knoxxx, and that is just the way I feel. Okay? This is the worst pay-per-view they have every single year. It's like, okay, I get it. It's money involved, so I got to back off of it because I understand business. Okay? But I just don't understand why fans act like this. Is a bit, they're taking on CLL. Like, stop it. No, you can't even speak Spanish. Matter of fact, you're so rude, you don't even eat Taco Tuesdays. You're so Mexican or Latina. Where's your Taco Tuesday every Tuesday? You don't even do it. On Tuesdays, you're eating ribeye. And listen, I love steak. Give me surf and turf any time of the day. Sometimes, yes, Dice is the truth. Well, I love this line. I like a little more surf on my turf. You know what I mean? So I can get that sizzle. So I don't eat the turf, Tasha. Don't matter. Pow, pow, pow. Where my gunshot is at? Dice, you put it in my chat. That's all I'm saying. But MJF, Dan, you describe this, man. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna say it. We have a lieutenant. We have some lieutenants on our channel.
I'm
just
you
can't say the name, don't pronounce the name. So I'm not gonna try to pronounce the name. Can you pronounce the name?
Etero.
One more time.
Etero.
What he said. Okay.
Yeah. So I see Mr. the EC, the executive consultant over there, saying Chinese food. And let me just talk a little bit about how uncultured Americans can be at times. Because there was a gentleman that was over my house watching this pay-per-view that said, I don't like Japan. I don't like Japanese wrestlers. We need to make sure that they stay over in Japan just as long as they don't touch that Chinese food. Can you think about how ignorant that sounds right there?
Well, Dice called it an executive contradiction. So
this is America in a nutshell, though.
It's America.
So,
yeah, I mean, it's the truth. It's America, right?
It is.
It's the Mike Knoxxx Show. Okay. Only in America can I know people personally who got convicted of a dishonesty, breach of trust, and is not allowed to go vote for 17 years. But someone can get convicted of 34 felonies and can still run for president.
Breaking news. This just in. The thoughts and opinions of Mike Knoxxx solely belong to Mike Knoxxx and does not represent Unpopular Reviews Wrestling in any way. Now back to the show for the intelligent wrestling fans.
Shit, okay, my bad. That's true, though. My thoughts are my thoughts. But continue. What's the name you said of the lieutenant?
Etero.
Oh, Etero. Great match, but like we didn't know who was going to win this match. This is not good business for New Japan. That's all I'm saying.
No. This match, I understand why it started the show, because it couldn't end the show. And but at the end of the day, you have MJF, who this Long Island was essentially because of MJF. And this wasn't the banger it was supposed to be. This wasn't Roosh. This was Etero, because apparently CMLL has a problem with Roosh and will not allow him on a pay-per-view that they are a part of. So there's a whole bunch of politics that go into all this bull crap. Whenever you put too many cooks in the kitchen, everyone wants some say. Everyone wants a piece of the pie. They need to really be careful with what they're doing with some of these partnerships. On that note, this match did not hit on any level besides MJF coming out and getting a reaction.
Dice, winner, MJF. I mean, that's what Forbidden Door is. It's about getting over AEW talent. For what reason? I don't know why. Talk, Dice.
Who didn't see this coming? Yawn. Who didn't see this coming? I mean, seriously. Did you enjoy this, Dan? Seriously, did you enjoy this?
This match specifically was not the match that it should have been.
Okay. I rest my case. Mike, you can proceed with the next segment.
Okay. Then we got the Elite. Yeah, who didn't know they were going to win? The Acclaimed, at some point, even I thought, nice bars come out to the ring rapping with your freestyles. And it's gotten kind of like...
That was a hard freestyle, too.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
I thought it was.
Okay.
Not like us. Okay. But...
For Mac Pastor, it was a hard freestyle. We'll put it that way.
Not like us. But for me, the Elite, I knew was going to win this match. This was all set up for them to win this match. I don't even see why this match was put together. The Elite does not even deserve to be, not the Elite. Yeah, I'm going to say the Elite don't deserve even to be next to somebody like the Acclaim, because the Acclaim hasn't worked well enough right now. The way that they've been booked, the way they've been pushed out. Again, this whole pay-per-view, this is what I'm saying to fans. And shout out to my man Corey. My man Corey, the belt Emperor. Dice, you're smarter than me when it comes to certain things like this. Is there something bigger than an emperor? A god, right? It would be God.
A sorcerer? Is a sorcerer better than an emperor?
I don't know.
I feel like it is.
No,
ain't that what Shang Tsung is? Shang Tsung is a sorcerer.
Sorcerers work for emperors. Just so you know.
Do they?
So know that. Yeah, they do. Okay. They're like thugs with magic, right? So
magic thugs.
Magic thugs, right? Magic Mike, right? So we're gonna go God, right? Belt God, my man Corey, right? Can't get bigger than that. He said, and I quote, from top to bottom, he absolutely loved the show. And I think when you're at a show and you're getting good wrestling, you will love a show. But I say time and time again on this program, sometimes you got to watch things at home, how it's being projected, how it's being, that's more people are watching it at home than in person. I don't care if these matches were great. It was very explosive moments for me in this match. And not because if this was WWE, we would say it was predictable, right? So I'm gonna start with you on this one, Dice. Your thoughts on this match? I do love how they pump up the Reeboks, and I do want a pair of Reebok pumps. Shout out to my man Mo Eaton, who paid what he paid for him. I'm not gonna give his business out. Your thoughts, Dice?
Oh, there was a good 120, 160, 180, something around that. Because I looked at them when they made the announcement. Because I wanted a pair, but not for no damn Reeboks. I'm good on that.
Okay.
I didn't even know Reebok was a brand anymore.
You know what? I can also I want to keep that comment up here. I'm cool with being entertained, right? But don't give me this that you guys, the people that say they want to be entertained, and then just because AEW does a bunch of non-selling on powerful moves or quick moves or a bunch of bouncy flippity flop shit like Braun Strowman would say, and then call that entertaining with no storytelling, and then you get the same type of stuff in WWE, but a performance, you get a performance. You don't get a wrestling match, you get a performance. And then you tell me that's shit, but then this with 18,000 flippity flops kicking out of a powerbomb. A powerbomb used to be something that was actually considered powerful. I watched Will Ospreay last night kick out of a powerbomb that looked like it hurt.
We're not there yet, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm just using that example, right? But I get it. I like the way my wrestling that I like to have consumed on my screen. I like storytelling. I do. I don't, if I can watch a struggle between two men, two women, two teams, whatever, and I can press the mute button and I can interpret what the story could be, I feel like that's a good match. AEW Meanwhile, I don't know half of these people, right? I don't know half of these people, but now I have to listen to the commentators give me a backstory. So now I got to think of, oh, which one is this that he's talking about right now? Like, wait, what's this? Wait, him, and at this point, I don't even get good dog damn at that point. You lost me. And not only that, it's the fact that the commentators sounded so bored. They sounded very bored about the action they were calling. That's that. But that match, I did enjoy, but I do enjoy heels. I enjoy what the Elite are doing right now. I enjoy it very much. So I knew that I was going to enjoy it regardless of who was in there against the Elite. I'm over the Acclaimed, but Tanahashi's, yeah, he's cool. Whatever. But this match was strictly all about the Elite.
Cool for Japan.
Yeah. But this match was strictly all about the Elite and their story. Yeah, so I was fine with it.
Dan the Man.
This match could have been on Dynamite.
I thought Rampage, but go ahead.
I mean, listen, it wasn't a bad match. I was entertained by this match, but this was not pay-per-view quality. You were just advancing a storyline with the Elite for the sake of having the Elite in a storyline. The Acclaimed have literally done nothing in recent memory. They are floundering. They have no storyline. Ever since losing those trios titles, those trios titles have meant little. The Bullet Club Gold right now, they're not really doing a whole lot with them. Those trios titles are garbage at this point. The tag team titles feel garbage at this point because shouldn't they have been on the line against, I don't know, maybe a New Japan tag team? The whole point of this show is to have a New Japan AEW Forbidden Door, yet this felt like AEW with a scattered handful of New Japan talent. It was illogical in a lot of aspects.
I listen, I'm gonna move on from there because the thing is that I'm not trying to shit on AEW, right? I think from a wrestling standpoint, they're gonna do what they're always supposed to do. That's deliver. That's their job. That's their stick. We're a wrestling program. But for fans who say that's what I like a wrestling program, it doesn't work without story. And they can have good stories, but it does not work with stories versus CLL and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Because as much as you guys want to act and fake and pretend, those are all the same words, by the way, that you watch all these things, you don't. Okay? As his hashtag would say when he moved out of the way, hashtag good dog damn, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. But I tell you about this match right here. Daniel Bella tried to die. And this guy, Shingo, almost killed his ass. Okay. Point blank. Daniel Bryan wins the match. Great match.
Bryan
You're
Danielson.
hoping for he to go into, you're waiting for him to take over creative. That's not going to help him because he may not make it to creative because Tony Khan keeps putting his ass in matches. Okay. What the fuck are you? Winner Daniel Bryan. It's an Owen Hart, he says in the storyline, right? Because I do pay attention, AEW fans, right? Because I can't say, I am an AEW. It's like saying I'm not part of the IWC. You really are.
There you are.
Yeah, you are. Stop saying I'm not IWC. I get what you're saying. You're not that type of IWC, but you're still IWC.
Yeah.
Okay. So their storyline is I keep losing. Damn it, I'm a loser. But I'm not a nugget for the Owen Hart trophy. Dan, your thoughts on this match?
Let me ask you a question here. Has anyone that's ever won this Owen Hart tournament ever done anything? That's my point. You can't even think about it.
No.
Okay.
I thought Ricky Starks got a bump for it. But
okay, for a minute. And where's Ricky Starks?
On his way to NXT.
Probably. But that's the point. This tournament is a feel-good. It means absolutely nothing. They're trying to make it mean something because the winners are going to get title shots at All In. So I give them kudos for finally doing something to make this tournament
Where'd that
meaningful.
come from, by the way? Just they all copy each other. Don't do that, y'all. Stop it. There's no head coffee pour today. Go ahead, Dan. My bad.
But the whole point of this is we knew Shingo Tagaki or Tagachi, whatever the hell his name is, he was not going to win this match. This man was not going to end up advancing in the Owen Hart tournament. Bryan Danielson is literally probably, I don't know, less than 10 matches away from retirement at this point, or at least full-time retirement. We all know in October, November, whatever, December, Bryan Danielson will end up leaving full-time. He will only be doing part-time work. What? Huh? I can't hear you.
I said 10 matches. Doesn't make any sense. 10 matches. That's a long ass time.
But it was a banger match.
He might die before then. It was a banger match. It was a banger match. Okay.
And I thought he actually, like, Tagachi was really hurt, like, at one point, and was pissed at Bryan Danielson at the end. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Because he went to go shake his hand.
Yeah, I saw that, and he had a right to be mad.
Yeah.
About that. 100%. Listen, we're going to take a break, y'all. We're 30 minutes in. We're going to come right back. We're going to talk about the end of the AEW pay-per-view. And we'll be right back, y'all. The Mike Knoxxx Show on Pop Review, entertainment, wrestling, we're everything. We'll be right back.
I want to talk to you about cheating in wrestling, not just heel cheating, like, oh, I'm going to use some breast nuts. I want to talk to you about cheating in wrestling, like in relationships. What are the most memorable cheating angles between a wrestling couple that you remember?
Definitely going to say Edge, Lita with Matt Hardy situation. Stephanie, Triple H, and Chyna. Definitely one.
You know what my favorite cheating angle is in wrestling is the Macho Man, Miss Elizabeth, and Hulk Hogan.
Well, the cheating angle was supposedly Miss Elizabeth, Ric Flair, and Macho.
No. Yeah, I know that one. That was also. But I mean, listen. Macho Man knew what he was up to.
Yeah, he saw the lust in his eyes.
He accused this woman multiple times of cheating.
I mean, Elizabeth
she cheated with Hulk Hogan.
She had that wandering eye.
She did. And Macho Man knew it. I see the lust in your eyes. He was absolutely right. That was the best one.
Oh, that's what happens when the cream rises to the top.
Sucia.
Wow. Okay. That was crazy. I can't hear you, Dice. You
are.
Yeah, that was a good one. Cream rises to the top. I didn't know they had comic relief like that. They actually might. I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't you dare. I don't think they have the best show, but I think them two combined are the funniest on the network. I do believe that. But in all fairness, the shows are edited, so we don't know if that's really good content live or not. Just
it's not. I know they took about 18 takes.
Okay. Well, let's get through this. I'm taking a while anyway.
Well, it was
Mariah,
a long view.
It is. Mariah May is in the corner of her friends. Toni Storm, best entrance of the night. Okay. Loved her entrance.
Yep.
I love her outfit.
Vince thought she was flocking.
Well, Vince thinks everybody's flocking. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you're not flocking, you're not trying.
That's it.
But go Birds. Look at Philadelphia doing good things right now.
Okay, we didn't talk. Off air.
The East, you know. All I said was, in real life, it may not work, but I can't wait to play 2K. Okay.
Now we're gonna get 2K again.
That's what I said, though. Honest to God, that's what I said. But Toni Storm wins this match. Real quick, your thoughts. I'm just gonna go to Dan on this one. What you got, Dan, on this match?
This wasn't a bad match. This match actually was pretty decent. This was actually a storyline-driven match. It made sense. This, even for AEW New Japan, this made a lot of sense. This was one of the only matches that made sense. And I actually enjoyed this match. And I am hopeful that we are going to see more of this trio continue over the next few months.
I'm assuming you said me, but okay, I'm going to take the reins. You know what I see in this, and it may be too early.
Well, it's wrestling.
It may be too. It may be a little bit of premature ejaculation.
Whoa.
I see toxic attraction.
And this
because of what they did after. After the match is what they did. Mariah May sat in the middle of Toni and Mina and grabbed their asses.
Yeah,
after
and then they kissed together.
After they did the kiss in the ring, and then they're all walking backstage. He's smacking their asses. It's very lesbian-esque. Not saying the Toxic Attraction was lesbians, but
HLA will always sell. Right? Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah, TNA does it. I see what TNA did.
Yeah, so we did. So then we get the match that everybody thought was going to be match of the night. Everybody clamored about. Listen, I know you guys may really flock with Mr. Orange Cassidy, and I think Orange Cassidy has one of the best gimmicks in AEW. Personally, like it's like times I want to hate it.
What up, Chris? Shout out to your mom. Happy birthday to moms.
Happy birthday, moms. But I could never hate on something that's continuously good at every level of it, and that's Orange Cassidy's gimmick to me. Right? At first, I wasn't, maybe not, and I'm like, oh, damn, right? But Zack Sabre Jr. Every time I see his name, I think Power Rangers. Okay. And I would call him the Orange Ranger. It's going to make an Orange Ranger. Okay. He had to win this match. Orange Cassidy is so over in AEW, he doesn't have to win. The best part of this match, and I'm sorry I got the W on the wrong person because Sabre Jr. won this match, by the way. The finish was amazing to me.
Yep.
Like, I thought, not only he does his finisher move, he makes him tap at the same time. This match, I hate you with that one. I don't agree. I don't agree with that, but it was very, very fucking good. What's going on, Mad Dog? Dice, your takes on this match?
Oh boy.
No, I don't. I'm not going into a soliloquy. I'm not going into a soliloquy. It was good. It was what I expected. It's what I expected from Orange Cassidy, right? I can't say that I haven't seen a bad Orange Cassidy match because I know that I have, right? But when you got Zack Sabre Jr. in the ring, who's arguably, well, not arguably, I think he's universal. He's a better wrestler for today's wrestling and for today's style in AEW. He's a better wrestler than Orange Cassidy. However, the persona of Orange Cassidy, the entertainment of Orange Cassidy is what gets him over, followed by a few moves, a little cloak and dagger, and he gets the shine, he gets people over.
Have you ever
gets
seen
himself
the movie
over with the
Cloak and
people.
Dagger? I'm sorry, you're too young for that. My bad. Go ahead.
The cartoon?
No.
The cartoon heroes?
The movie.
Well, there's superheroes.
Go ahead.
Cloak and okay. But I will say that I think that Zack Sabre Jr. beating Cassidy, it doesn't do anything for either one of them. It's a performance spot more than anything. Like every card has a spot where it doesn't matter who wins or loses. They're both going to come out, unscathed. And I think this is one of those matches on the card where they come out unscathed. There's no losers. Sort of like the main event. Even though Swerve won, there was still not a loser. That's all.
What you got in this one, Dan? Yawning back there. The pay-per-view made me yawn a little bit as well. That's why you're so tired, because you're up all night, partying, drinking, and bullshit, and party, and now you're still
had to work today.
Exactly.
I actually really enjoyed this match. This match hit on a lot of aspects. There was a lot of good spots. This was a spot fest, though. I will say that. Even though they both are pretty good, technically sound wrestlers. We all thought this was going to be good. I think it really did deliver. I don't think this was a Dynamite match. This was a pay-per-view match. This was very good. And I think this probably was the second best match of the night.
I would agree with you saying it was the second best match of the night. To be honest with
you.
What
are you eating?
My daughter made me dinner, and she told me I had to eat it no matter when that was made. So, unfortunately, I apologize for being unprofessional.
Okay.
Eating on air. But
no. If the penitentiary, we had his drink o'clock at the penitentiary.
So you said, what am I drinking? What am I eating? I'm eating grilled chicken and baked French fries.
Okay. It sounded like he was sticking to the roof of your mouth.
No.
Listen, let me tell you something, Chris. I'm not a hater tonight.
Not tonight. Every night.
Not tonight. I'm speaking big facts in the chat. Big facts in the chat. I'm just saying. I'm here. I am on the campaign. I gotta get fans like Dan to finally come to the side and say, you know what? This is not entertaining. This is some shit.
Okay.
And you just gotta take it for what it is. Because every single time you keep telling me that this is good, this is good, this is good, it's like, I'm not surprised at this. But then if I tell you this shit is dog water, I have low expectations, so everything will blow me out of the water.
What's wrong with people liking their dogs to have water? It's dog water, it's still water.
I don't know if this is Z or this is Vince. I'm not really sure.
I'm not drinking dog water, by the way. But this match was shit.
No. Vince is going to tell you that. Oh, this match sucked. What's the final grade on it, Vince? I give it a B+. That's a juicy contradiction. No Chris Harris. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is or what I perceive it to be, and you can get along with a train if you want to. That's cool. Everybody likes a nice train. Everybody likes a nice train.
Hey. No Diddy. So this
Diddy.
match, go back. I'm going too far. Okay. Jericho, Big Bill, and them winner. Samoa Joe hooks, makes Jericho tap out. Okay, we move on. Winner of this match right here. Jack Perry wins this match. We all knew this. Boom. I absolutely loved it.
It was solid.
Okay, son.
It was
solid match. Then we get to this. Title for title. I just want to say this, right? Executive consultant always puts up, the interview that Sasha Banks, not Mercedes Moné, had on Stone Cold's podcast.
I thought you did that.
And she said, I want to eat like Vince McMahon. And people don't realize is that, she's her own booker. She has an NWO contract. She's, first of all, Stephanie.
Vacure.
Wow. So impressive in this match. And I love the outfit. Okay.
Come on. Talk the language. Come on. Take me there. Come on. Take me there. I know you're going to take me there. Come on.
Okay. When I first saw the match, I said, and you see it again. You go, she's going to be back. She's getting a contract as soon as her contract's over to come to AEW. And I can't even do this no more right now. I can't. Look, I'm off beat like she's off beat all the time. I can't even do it no more, right? She hasn't earned that. Because Mercedes Moné is not the star Sasha Banks was. And I heard Dice's opinion this morning before I saw the match. And he knows me well enough to know that I can say this in fairness and in truth. I was like, he might just be hating. I wasn't on that match yet. He might be hating.
Talk to me nice.
Well, hold on. You got your drink. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right.
We on the Bacardi right now. Let's get the Bacardi. Let's go.
Put your Marsh Ambrosia on because it's about to get real nice up in here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mellow it out. Look at the microphone. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm looking at it like no, that's still broke back. It's a tit. Tear that tit up.
Anyways,
no, I'm gonna finish. 1 second.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. Sasha Banks is not here. Mercedes Moné should not have won this fucking match other than this AEW versus New Japan Pro Wrestling. She got outworked. She got out wrestled. She got outshined. She got outperformed. And I cannot say in fairness who she is not to me. Charlotte Flair, the wins the fight of all time, and soon to be Bianca Belair. She's not. But I've never critiqued her matches like I did last night. This was not a good match for her. Her outfit didn't match to me. For her, it didn't hit for me. I'm sorry, Jeffrey, but I wasn't a fan of the outfit.
Oh,
because
God.
she wore the outfit better than she did.
Oh, God, look at them abs. I love me some Brit
DMD came out. It's not many chicks I say WWE dropped the ball on. They want her as bad as I want triplet Beyonce's with pointy nipples. Okay, I really won't be honest. I don't know. That's just the first.
But
thing
they
that
did.
came to
But
my mind.
in fairness, WWE didn't know what they had with Britt Baker because
Granted.
her last match, she got squashed by Nia Jax in the pandemic era.
But then you look at Sasha's face. I mean, that's not her name. Mercedes Moné's face.
And look at the wig.
Oh boy.
Wait, first of all,
She
don't
used
do that.
the belt
that.
to fix the wig.
You cannot do that.
Listen,
You cannot do that.
Here's my belt. Listen. She picked me up real quick. Pick me up. This is what she did. She got the belt. She was like this, right? And she looked at the belt and was like, "Let me fix my wig." Oh my God, I won! Get the fuck out of here! Stop it! I'm gonna need her to get some better tracks or something, yo. Come on, man.
Toyota Monier.
That's a clip. Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead, Dan, because he's steaming right now. He can't stand this.
No
shit
Willie
right
Beeman. I mean, Willie Beeman does better TikToks by himself than he does for the wrestling segment. But that's another conversation. Go ahead, Dan. Your takes on this match.
Out here hip popping.
I did not know who Stephanie Vacour was coming into this match. To be honest with you, I barely still know who Stephanie Vacour is. But after last night, I know a lot more about Stephanie Vacour than I do about Mercedes Moné.
Stop it.
I'm just gonna say this.
I like that. I like that statement. Please,
Mercedes
please
Moné right now, she can put on a great match, and then she could put on a flop like we saw last night. She literally got outworked, out-wrestled, and she is the one that is the biggest name that's probably ever come to AEW outside of CM Punk. She is the big mill ticket. She is the Hollywood star. She is all of these things that she is supposed to be, and yet she got outworked. And don't get me wrong, she sold the shit out of everything Stephanie did. And maybe she just worked that good that she worked us. But I came away out of that match. Mercedes got literally one of the biggest pops of the night, and she got the biggest go away heat of the night at the end of it.
The fuck Boston chants, the fuck Red Sox chants mess with her, and they kind of switched her over.
Yep.
In a sense, at the same time, and they spoke about that on commentary. But also in this, I like what you said, Dan. Sometimes that just happens. You come against somebody who's better than you that we may not have seen. That happens. That's what makes sports, boxing, underdogs so great. Never seen this girl before this match other than the promos they cut for her. I was impressed with her more than Mercedes. Very good point. But it also goes to say that we say this all the time. Certain people are built to be in this kind of a wrestling company, and certain people belong over here. And you can flip-flop them how you want to. There are people WWE has that they just cannot do very well with that will do very exceptionally over here if booked the right way. Let's just say it Ricochet. If booked properly in AEW, he could do better here than WWE because it's about how you transcend your story. And Mercedes is very good at that. But this crowd, I say this all the time, when it comes to WWE talent, they lose very quick over here. It does not last long over here in AEW.
Well, Mercedes ain't losing.
Kind of talent. No, she's not losing. She's not going to lose to DMD either.
Nope.
But that face to me, I thought she was like, oh God, she knew it was coming. I'm going to book myself to win. Okay. Then we get Moxley. And this was versus Naito. This wasn't a shocker to me. I thought Naito would win this match. Did I say to say because I was moving through this?
I definitely did. I'm ready to hurt feelings.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't go to you. I apologize.
This was
sorry.
trash.
Yeah.
I'll go back.
Now let me find this terrible take. Right? What's pick whatever outlandish take from Chris. Now, I'm going to proceed and say, as I move my microphone.
As we proceed,
I'm going to say, for those people in the chat who are still saying, "Oh, don't hate on Sasha Banks. Don't hate on Sasha Banks." We know what Sasha Banks has done The problem with what you people are saying, whoever is watching, and those who are saying Sasha Banks this, Sasha Banks that, this is not Sasha Banks. Understand that she is not Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks was an entertainer. Sasha Banks was a performer. Mercedes Moné is a wrestler now. She's a professional wrestler now. This is what she wanted. In the 2 years that she's been gone from WWE, 2 years, she's not had a good show in the New Japan. She ain't had a good show. Where she go? Look at the facts. And if the IW, okay, yes, cool. I also brought this up in the chat, right? What made that match so good? My personal opinion, it was Willow Nightingale, because she was on the up and up. She didn't need Mercedes to get over because she was already getting over by herself. She got over very organically.
I would personally disagree with that.
However, I will say that we clowned Mercedes Moné the first time she showed up in New Japan. She debuted a new finisher, and it still looked like she don't even know how to do her own finisher. She's slow.
She couldn't pick up everybody like that on her back, yo. She would totally break her back.
Stephanie, Dan, you are absolutely 100% correct. She got out wrestled. Mike, she got outperformed. I said that, and you don't even have to take my take if you think it's so outlandish. I just want y'all, for those in the chat, just go to Twitter, because Tony Khan listens to the Twitter universe about his product. If you don't believe me, look at every situation or every decision that has been questioned by people like us who do these review shows, and then look at what they say on Twitter. And I guarantee you it got swap because he gets influenced very easily about what people like Bischoff, Cornette, and the IWC say. And for sure, he got influenced by this stuff. He will be influenced by the fact that people are more excited about Britt Baker. They've been clamoring for Britt Baker since Mercedes got back.
It doesn't matter.
That's the money match.
It doesn't matter. Mercedes is in control of her character. She has creative control.
Yes, she's Hulk Hogan right now. Right? That is a terrible analogy,
She's
but
in
it's true
right now. It wasn't just Hogan had control.
So
shit, you saw the death of WCW.
In closing, I want to put on people's radar that understand this same admiration that y'all got for Mercedes, y'all had for Saraya. You did. Yeah. Don't lie. You lying. You said it was a little bit of sock in that shoe.
I saw the tape.
I saw the tape. Y'all did. Y'all loved her. Yes, you did. You loved her. You loved Saraya, and the same path is being taken with Mercedes that you did Saraya. That's all, Dan. Wake up. It's that same shit. That's it.
Listen, Moxley loses. Moving on. Match of the night for me at Forbidden Door. I mean, the shows. I mean, we fly high. Come out.
We don't have enough time, Chris. We don't have enough time. Save it.
We get New York. we
don't.
Get this match, and sometimes they hype a match, and you think to yourself too soon.
Yep.
As a wrestling fan, right?
Yep.
You go, maybe not. There's nothing. I'm actually at a loss for words. So I watched this one match twice because I couldn't believe it was that damn good. I'm not even lying to you. I could not believe it was that good. No, it's not Omega Ospreay.
Mm-hmm.
I know I make fun of Omega, and I can, it's me being wrestling, picking to pick a side.
It's the hair, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the anime for me. I'm not an anime guy. Right. So for me, I had to pick something. You actually pick. I picked. It's the anime, right? Which means some of the hair, right? So he's just not Seth Rollins, but he can wrestle his ass off. I don't like how he tells his stories. There it is for me. But Swerve, shout out to Tony Khan, who we ripped this entire show for letting Swerve go over. Okay. And because Ospreay's not ready, and not because Ospreay's not ready, but because it's not Ospreay's time. There's a difference between being ready and it being your time. This is Swerve's time. You gave it to him, let him eat, right? That's what they say, let him eat. Let the man cook, let the man eat. And this match, the one thing we do know that he does very, very, very well is put on good matches. You may not like how he tells his stories. Even some of his ad-libs in the wrestling ring are not the greatest. But you definitely respect his in-ring ability and the match he puts on with certain dance partners. The sequences they had in this match, it was like I was watching Benoit and Kurt Angle. And I mean that when I say that.
Ooh.
I thought it was
I like that.
The exchanges. I'm not talking about the wrestling. I'm not talking about the full wrestling throughout the entire match. The exchanges. That means when they had the backwards elbow versus the coup de grace versus the whatever move they were doing in the sequences, it was that flawless to me. I don't know which match you're talking about because you damn sure ain't talking about neither one I'm talking about right now. So there's that. Dan, to me, match of the night, Swerve winning. It's supposed to have been that way. I thought it was great.
The grumpy old man.
Of course you guys would. Go ahead.
I saw a side of Swerve that I didn't think he could do. And he really held his own with Ospreay. I did not think he had the capabilities to fly around like that. And this man flew around and held his own with probably the best high flyer in wrestling right now. I mean, it was incredible. And, you know, I was really wondering how they were going to book this match, what they were going to do.
Chris Benoit. Go ahead.
This did have a very...
But he's not a star.
I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. This was a Kurt. Yeah, you're right. It was a Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero type. You know, this delivered on a lot of levels. This was probably the best match we're going to see in AEW all year, and we might see better. We might see better.
We have little faith.
What match were you watching, Steve? Because he didn't need that for the win. That's the thing about when I've seen people online, all WWE apologists, coffee pourers, hate AEW fans.
I am head coffee pourer.
You know, y'all are watching a different finish than what I saw. Because what I saw was Ospreay fighting what got into the dance to say, no, that's not who I am now. And then one had nothing to do with the other. It's like when you do a finisher, but they take like 5 seconds to go pin them. So you know they're not going to win the match because the impact of them being so fucked up couldn't get to 1, 2, 3. That's what that finish was. One sequence of that finish. That's the word of the night, y'all. Sequence. Count it with me. Let that bitch go. Sequences of that match was just phenomenal. And so was that ending to me. Go ahead, finish just a little quick, Dice. I mean, Dan.
I mean, listen, I think we all know that these two gentlemen are going to be going in vastly different directions. This was way too soon. I thought this should have been all in, but we're probably getting a Don Callis family split and feud here with Ospreay and Fletcher and, you know, whoever
I'll
else.
tell you why when I go, Steve. I'll tell you.
And then we're probably going to be getting MJF and Swerve here coming up. So at least they set up some storylines.
Dan, you've been here for a while. I appreciate you for hanging out. You said a little bit, so I appreciate you very much. And Dice, you're going to finish off our AEW segment so I can get into this. We Want Roman, greatest storyline in wrestling history right now, the Bloodline.
All right. First, I want to address one half of the Angry Muppets. Steve.
The other one's backstage. Stop it. We don't have all day. I got to get to my weekend wrestling segment.
If you didn't understand why the Don Callis BS happened, you clearly don't watch wrestling.
No, he watches.
No, he can't. He can't.
He watches. He does.
Okay, listen. All right.
Let's
go.
Everybody have rose-colored glasses on, and sometimes their glasses should be just clear. Should be no rose-colored glass. Get some clear glass. No tint. No hatred. No blinders. Just straight. You know, like yours. You kind of got like almost mini bifocals, right? You can see extra clear.
No.
Okay.
That's a nice shot, but no.
Oh, I'm a dead ass. I didn't know. I know you can't see without your glasses. You told me that. Wasn't taking a shot.
I can't, but I can.
Okay.
The Don Callis stuff that you're complaining about, Steve. Don Callis has a heel faction. Will Ospreay was brought in as a face talent. Will Ospreay has never been seen on screen with the collective of the Don Callis family. He's never. It's been one at a time. It's never been him in the collective. So you have a face, but he's in a heel faction? Tell me you don't get wrestling without telling me you don't get wrestling. That's Wrestling 101. If there's anybody out of that group that gets the cheer, more than likely that person is gone. I.e. Bloodline Jey Uso. I.e. Mommy. Well, now that Mommy's gone, i.e. Damian Priest. It's happening right in front of your eyes. You know why you don't get it? Because you're stupid. Ooh. You mess this whole thing up.
Where's my check? My favorite Roman Reigns monologue. You're stupid.
But the match, I agree with both of you. Match was phenomenal. Moves were phenomenal. Dan, I echo your sentiments. I, in the same sense, didn't think that Swerve could match well with Ospreay. But the more that I saw it and the more that I thought back about most of the matches that Swerve has had, he's always had it in him. Right? He's always had it, but he hasn't had that type of partner to dance with, as Mike would say. So I agree with you, gentlemen. The match was 100% off the charts.
Hayman Page, though, no lie.
I cannot wait till Omega is 100% because I would love to see Omega and Strickland.
Listen, as long as Strickland can have good matches, he can live in AEW. But he does get a little boring sometimes. In all fairness, to me,
I think that people don't get. I feel like people don't get what he's bringing psychologically or what he's trying to do. Like he had the raccoon eyes and he got that psychology from Sting, and they didn't understand that.
In the business world, they tell you, and you know this, you're in marketing, you got to dumb some shit down.
You pay fiasco.
Sometimes I ain't got time to follow the breadcrumbs. Okay. So, final thoughts on Forbidden Door, Dan, and we do belt grades on here in the Mike Knoxxx Show. Thus, upon a belt you think this pay-per-view is worth out of 5. What do you give this belt grade?
There was a lot of duds. There was a lot of WTFs.
Dud. No,
there was some good spots. Dud. There was some good matches.
Dud.
There was some head scratchers.
Dud.
Then there was some decent. This was a C+.
I gave it a C+, which is, I don't know what that is in belt grades, but Dice Man, you're great on this belt.
That's a European title.
Oh, a European title. Who held it?
I'm going
European.
William Regal.
Ooh, that bad. Okay.
Oh, God. Look, they try to invade like the SmackDown penitentiary. This is not a safe space.
Well, go ahead.
I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5.
Shit, y'all are low.
Sammy Guevara TNT Championships.
Sammy Guevara. Okay.
It was okay. It's wrestling, so I mean, like I said, wrestling is always on my screen on one of my TVs in my house. So if it's on, I'm going to watch it.
Then you give it a what 2? You give it a 3.5 also.
I give it a 3, not a 3.5.
You give it a 3. Dan gave it a 3.5.
All right. Well, okay. We're doing this out of 5.
Yeah.
3.5.
I'm with you, Dice. I'm lying. I'm gonna be lower than you, Dice, and I'm more excitable than you are when it comes to AEW pay-per-views. Not the company, but the pay-per-views. I get better ratings than you do. I'm gonna give it a 2.75. Ready for this? A 2.75. Damn, I forgot his name so bad. Kobe. He grabbed that donut. We never saw him again, but he was in the press box not too long ago.
Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky TV title
damn,
run.
my guy, I'm still rooting for you, Scorpio.
Wherever you are. He's like the daughter from Family Matters. He went upstairs and we never seen him again.
He never came back. He's a junior from AEW.
2.75 belts. Great wrestling. Absolutely. If you were
that wasn't even a belt, that was a donut.
If you were, it was a donut, right? If you were in the building, you did a great job. It was actually a Sonic coins why Jack likes it so much. Anything Sonic Jack's like. I bet you if there was a fairy Sonic, that'd be Jack's type. Ooh, she got a Sonic outfit on. I want to marry her. Bend her over. Okay, listen. This pay-per-view should not have been a pay-per-view. It should not be this long. It needs to stop being a pay-per-view. I'm over Forbidden Door. I'm over Forbidden Door. Get rid of this pay-per-view. There's no need for it. We know who wins, and it's not about who wins or who loses. I don't do that when it comes because WWE does the same shit.
I think that the problem with the Forbidden Door is it should be treated as a Survivor Series, and score should be kept count.
It should be like a Clash of Champions. The shit should be on in two. They got two shows. Run them over 2 shows like they do Battle of the Belts. That's what this should be. It should not be a pay-per-view. Okay.
I agree.
With that being said, guys, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back with the week in wrestling, and we're gonna talk the new head of the table, y'all. We'll be right back.
Academy Awards.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's King Von Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast at Perfect Plex Talk Radio, here to give you the week in wrestling history. On July 1st, 1991, Ric Flair is stripped of the WCW Championship. Depending on who's telling the story, Flair either quit or was fired after he refused to take a drastic pay cut and went signing a contract. And so, of course, the whole $25,000 deposit story happened. And in September, he ends up joining the WWF and brings the title with him as the real world's heavyweight champion. So, of course, on the same day, July 1st, 2002, Monday Night Raw took place, and Undertaker defeated Jeff Hardy in the ladder match to retain the WWE Championship. And so, of course, on the same day in 2020, NXT at the Great American Bash, Night 1, Io Shirai, or now Io Sky, defeated Sasha Banks by pinfall after hitting it with a moonsault, for the NXT Women's Championship. Of course, in Night 2, NXT North American Champion Keith Lee defeated NXT Champion Adam Cole in a winner-takes-all match, to become a double champion, ending Cole's reign of 403 days. July 2nd, 2007, Umaga defeated Santino Marella to win the WWE Intercontinental Championship in episode of Monday Night Raw from Dallas, Texas. It was the second time winning the title as well. July 3rd, 2006, on an episode of Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia, Edge defeated RVD and John Cena in a triple threat no DQ match to win the WWE Championship. Of course, on 4th of July, 1993, as we all know, on the USS Intrepid, Lex Luger slammed Yokozuna. And of course, July 5th, 1986, on Night 4 of the NWA Great American Bash, in Charlotte, North Carolina, Ric Flair retained the NWA World Heavyweight title in a steel cage match against Ricky Morton. In 2015, New Japan NJPW Dominion 7.5 was held at Osaka Hall in Japan. In the main event, we saw Okada defeat AJ Styles with Rainmaker to win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. As far as birthdays this week, July 2nd, birthday Man Hart turns 67. Of course, on that same day, Little Nate Charles Robinson turns 60. On the 4th of July, Barry Windham turns 64. And on July 5th, Adam Cole turns 35. And as you read from wrestling history, Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Have the insights to do it.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Mike Knoxxx Show. Long segment. Pause. And what happened here? But AEW Forbidden Door. I mean, it was a long pay-per-view, so we had to talk about it. I'm not sure if it's time yet to talk about the Bloodline, because I got a couple of guys I've called out over the last couple of weeks, and they're here. Now, my tag team partner, I promise you, Dice, I will not be a Dan or a Vinny to a Dan, okay? But I do think they're hilarious. That's my opinion. Comedy is subjective. So, on the funny meter, just remember, guys, they're just funny, but they're just off-kiltered, okay? So, just so you know, before I bring them on. But I'm going to bring on in a second.
We have breaking news. Ain't this a bitch? Now you want to acknowledge your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. This is just one of the reasons why this Bloodline story is the greatest storyline in wrestling history. We tell you all the time. Hashtag wrestling is storyline. And why Roman Reigns is that damn good. Mike Knoxxx, back to you. G.
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Well, thank you for that breaking news. I have no idea where it came from, Steve. Don't look at me like that, okay? All right, Dice.
Can I steal that? Please make me one. Can I steal?
Welcome to the program, people. Everybody's here. I mean,
you
ain't that a son of a bitch? I'm just saying.
I got to fight with you.
Everybody want a we want Roman moment now, but where were y'all at acknowledging my tribal chief over the last 5 years? We're going to talk about that in a second. Third inning, seventh inning stretch. Where do you think we are in that storyline? Because Friday night was straight cinema. And I don't know what they're here for. Hopefully they want to talk about what I'm talking about. Didn't prepare for this. I like to be prepared. It'll let me not do a lot more work if I knew everyone was joining. But it's okay. Who gives a fuck? It's unpopular opinion.
That's why it makes the penitentiary so easy.
You know, it's so weird because I'm noticing on these shows now, everybody's just joining every show. Nobody's exclusive anymore. It's like WWE in 2011. We're here. I can tell you why I'm here. I was in bed. I was just listening to Mike Knoxxx Show like I do every single Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. And then all of a sudden, Dice starts talking this hating bullshit out of his mouth with Sasha Banks. I don't understand. I can't take it.
No, it wasn't Sasha. It was Mercedes Moné. That has been my whole point.
You don't see that she is the reason why people are talking about Stephanie Vaquer, right? It's because of her.
Vaquer.
Dice.
Whatever.
I got on shorts. Can you walk off for me?
Let me ask you this: before you walk off, where you
where you going? My beef is with you, D. Where you going?
If that was Stephanie, what's her last name?
Vaquer.
If it was Steph,
it's not liqueur. She's not.
I thought it was her versus, say, I don't know, Abaddon. Do you think people would have? Would you think people would have acknowledged her as much as they did?
Z is a real wrestling fan, so he would have totally acknowledged it.
If you're asking me, I'm going to say yes because it's AEW.
But you said no, Mike. Now, why did you say no? And this is why I'm saying you two have no chance of beating us, right?
Because we're not grumpy.
Because you two make no sense. Y'all can't even get on the same accord.
To be real is to understand when there could be realness. It's why it's the barbershop. Can we not talk about the barbershop? It's about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Okay.
Ain't nobody off limits in the barbershop, including Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph and all that. And matter of fact, since you want to say no, Mariah Carey is a treasure. Okay, so that's the point. Okay, just because you agree, don't make you right.
Steve? I'm always right. Big Daddy Cool has something to say. He wants to say to Z.
I'm here because that main event was great.
It was trash.
Up until the trash at the goddamn end. It was a 5-star match. Up until the trash at the end. One, what the fuck does Danny Garcia have anything to do in the main event? Why? Why is he on my screen?
Danny Garcia is the Rock.
I thought I was watching Collision. He showed up on my screen. What is he doing on the screen? What is he doing in the main event? Oh, he got business with MJF? I'm sorry. What does that have to do with Ospreay and Swerve? That's burying your world champion. That's burying Swerve. The fact that Danny Garcia had to show up. Then you've got this other idiot. I understand the story that's being told. Save that shit for Wednesday night when nobody's watching, huh? Save the storyline. I came to see a match. AEW is supposed to be where the best wrestle, not where the best entertain. That's WWE. I get that shit every Monday night, Tuesday night, Friday night, and every PLE. WWE. Mwah, chef's kiss. This nonsense showed up on Saturday night or Sunday night.
It's called professional wrestling.
No,
not WWE.
No.
It's called professional wrestling,
it's
not WWE. Point blank. Listen, if just because you go get a ladder to stand on top of it to make yourself taller than me does not mean you're taller than me. It just means you're stepping on a ladder. You're not taller than me. Okay? Listen to what I'm trying to say to you. It's called professional wrestling. Just because you may not like the performance, some people prefer Cirque du Soleil. Some people like Barnum and Bailey circus. Hell, some people don't like circuses at all. Some people don't like funnel cake. Who the fuck don't like funnel cake? I don't know.
Who the fuck don't like funnel cake?
Some people don't like Christmas.
You know, of course. I don't like funnel cake. I don't like Christmas. I didn't like this main event. This main event was garbage, and I don't understand how you all, as wrestling fans,
what was
say this all the
garbage
time.
about?
There was no storyline. This man doesn't know how to sell. He doesn't know how to sell a move. He said it earlier. The man got power bombed and popped right back up like he's Goku. I don't understand what's going on.
No, when he did it, and I got that one person out when Swerve did his shit to me, came back with the elbow behind the head. I thought it was one of the when you're watching wrestling, when you were as astute as I know you two are, which makes you two grumpy ass old men in the what they had dice in the damn balcony.
You are older than both of us.
Okay? Wow. It doesn't matter. Your soul is old as fuck. You dance like an old man. All you can do is two-step. You can't do nothing but
move like an old man.
At least he is. At least he's
move like an old man. Though.
You're playing the wall, right? Come on now.
Stop. Okay. When I move, you move just like that. Here's my problem.
Guys, please take over. I got my.
I'm not a bona fide hater.
I want to hear this soliloquy, and I'm gonna get at both of them. So go ahead, EC.
They saying that this was a bad main event.
No, you misunderstood. I said it was a bad ending. The match was
bad ending. Okay, my bad. Your partner said
he basically called it a raid.
You can't get along, right?
Called the match.
You can't beat us because you can't get along. You just said it's a bad match.
A Bray Wyatt storyline.
Walking contradiction.
Okay, so
that was terrible.
Here we go.
I want to address.
Now I'm going to defend Danny Garcia. Go ahead.
You're damn right, because clearly, the fact that you are asking what is he doing out here lets us know you didn't watch AEW. You heard.
I'm sorry if I didn't watch Collision. I've got better shit to do.
Okay, the point was you're asking a known that fans who've been watching the product.
Because of him.
He came out there because he had already issued a challenge to Will Ospreay, who had the potential to have the world championship, and he was going to challenge for it. But now he can only challenge for the international championship. Oh my gosh, that was a single segment of a tidbit of information that you didn't need to know. But however, because you didn't know it, it means that the segment was trash. Why? Yeah, why? It doesn't matter.
Why is the international champion dealing anything in the main event of the pay-per-view? Swerve got buried last night. He should have been put over
last night. He won.
Why? But nobody's talking about him fucking being over clean. He worked a great match. Absolutely.
Again, I always say
but
this.
But now we got
respect.
Danny Garcia dicked up in this shit. Don Callis with a fucking screwdriver. What's he got to do? Fuck this shit. That's bullshit.
Plenty of things. Plenty of things. Let's keep laughing because we're both.
Danny Garcia is the Rock's wife.
Right. Let's keep laughing. Right. I'm gonna tell you what it has. You sat here and complained for over 7 minutes. Not 2, not 3, but 7. Okay? 7. Okay, 7. Let's go. Going to Vegas all next year. Okay? You sat here and complained for 7 minutes about not having a storyline, but all my partner over here told you was the storyline that you refused to pay.
Watch this.
Why are you doing the Batusi?
I thought he was doing the Batusi as well.
You're trying to lure Catwoman up in here?
No, see? Again, shows you guys have no culture. That's Ursher, who got a Lifetime Achievement Award last night. But all you can do is
terrible tribute, by the way.
Right,
you don't know. It was a terrible tribute. No man was involved in it. Let's not talk about that bullshit that BT put on last night.
Right.
Okay, I apologize, BT. Black excellence, just not last night. Okay, shit, I couldn't help it. Anyway,
we're talking
about the damn tribal chief acknowledgement, but you want this shit up. Your guys are here. I want to move on. Okay, we can rewind this in a challenge anytime because you two have the only ones that have some intertesticular fortitude to come on the Mike Knoxxx Show, and I love that about you. Can we table that? Just as long a show, I don't have these kind of long shows. I want to talk about this.
You knew it was going to be a long show. Forbidden Door was long. You thought that you was going to get this done.
Forbidden Door was very long. Actually, Forbidden Door ended a lot earlier than I thought it would.
I thought it was going to be that long because
Tamara put something in the chat because they were in New York.
It's not an AEW review. It's not a smack. It's Mike's show. I can cut it when I want. So I thought I could. I was wrong. Okay. No, I didn't put no B12 in that shit and tried to sell.
Well, there's no cap on how long a show is. I mean, Dice goes like 2.5 hours every week.
There's a cap for me. I got children and people waiting on me.
Yeah, so does Steve.
There's a cap. All right. So we talk about this shit right here, and are you acknowledging the new
of course
Bloodline? I mean, damn.
Yes.
Solo comes out. I've heard some dumb shit today, right? I'm sorry. These are called Ferrari gloves, right? Lamborghini gloves.
Oh, Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt gloves. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Everything's not a fucking clue. Anyway, moving on.
They're not Bray Wyatt gloves because they're not in the coffin.
You're shut up. Okay. And then all the people and then MJF getting mad about don't send me no picture of the t-shirt.
That's a nice shirt.
It's a nice shirt.
I buy that shirt.
I like old English letters. Those are my tattoo ink on my arm.
It does look like an MJF shirt. It does look like his shirt, though.
It does look like his shirt. And it's probably a shot at him, right? And then they're like, we're going to come out. We're going to run SmackDown because the bloodline from Roman to now, they start the show.
Some racist shit here.
Finish the show. Because they're the bloodline. The greatest storyline in wrestling history. And now you won't.
Hold on. Big Daddy Cool says it's racist.
Yeah, no, put that graphic back on. Look, you got 3 white guys beating up Samoans. That's fucking racist.
Yeah. I'm not going to knock that.
Oh, my God.
I'm not. How can you not disagree with
All
that?
I see one Samoan, one Tongan, and one.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh!
Don't get started. Right out of the 80s, because you guys.
I have one question though. I have one question.
Don't you say
I don't know if it's in this. I don't know if it's in the slide, but Mike, can you answer me this question? Big Daddy Cool.
No.
Who drove the car? Is what I want to know. Who drove the car? Who drove the car?
Armando.
Thank you. We'll get
was
to that
it
in a
Sin
second.
Cara? Did we talk about Mystico?
What a start. They start off SmackDown. They're kicking ass. Y'all talked about on the SmackDown Penitentiary where you can catch each and every single Saturday.
Welcome to the SmackDown Penitentiary.
The Dice Man hollers and Victor Mone Jr. I mean, this was a great opening SmackDown. All Betnam took place. We're beating up security. We're pushing people. It don't matter. We're fucking hurt because you say that KO is going to die in the ring. No, executive consultant. No. Daniel Bella will be there first, but next to him will be the other psycho that fell off a mountain and got hit by a bus.
That was Freckle Sensei who said, he was going to die in the ring. I just said he was trying to kill himself because he crashed.
I heard somebody on Saturday say it. I'd be at work when
he crashed to a table, so he tried to commit suicide. There was nobody there.
The biggest thing was we saw no Jacob Fatu in all of this. I sent them back.
He was parking.
There you go.
Nobody was parking the car, right? There it is. You know, he said it's an acknowledgement ceremony. We're going to acknowledge me today. Oh, he takes the microphone. Oh, it's about me. We're going to introduce. So acknowledge me. I am your tribal chief. No, it goes further than that. I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you. He pulls out Romans. You follow. It's so representation of their community that when I put this on, I literally had to ask a couple people, was it disrespectful? Because I know we live in a world where you can wear what you want to wear and it's supposed to be comedy and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to offend cultures. And I think when certain people do the same thing to my culture, my wife hates Floyd Mayweather because when he fought De La Hoya, he wore the sombrero backwards. And she thought it was the most disrespectful shit in the world. And so because of that, she don't like him. So when I wear this with honor and respect out of who's my tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and the true tribal chief, Dwayne Rock Johnson. Let's get to that in the story later. But he refuses. Paul Heyman says, for once, I refuse to allow you. You are not my tribal chief. And damn it, from there, Steve, he got his ass whooped, Steve.
Yep.
He got his ass whooped. What do you think about this bloodline storyline right now?
I'm gonna answer your question by asking you a question. Everybody is critical of Solo Sikoa. They said this bloodline sucks.
I don't
know if there's anybody here on this panel here that thinks this storyline sucks or this version of the storyline sucks. I know Chris is critical. It's not. We were talking about this on Shorts the other day.
Great show, by the way. I need Shorts to be longer than Shorts. Said it on air. It needs to be a full-blooded show.
I said this is mountain climbing.
At least a 30-minute show.
Every mountain has a peak, but not every peak is Mount Everest, right? This is this. Let me ask you a question, gentlemen. Who is the #1 faction leader in all of professional wrestling right now?
Right now, it'll be Solo Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa, right? Z?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
EC?
He's frozen.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The question is, who is the #1 faction leader in all of professional wrestling right now?
Chad Gable.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
Oh, Q, that was perfect.
How he
You
number
do it.
one if he got
That
murdered?
was perfect. That was perfect right there.
He got murdered 2 weeks ago. Please stop with that, EC. It's Solo Sikoa. So everybody want to be critical of this Bloodline 2.0, and Solo Sikoa. This man is still number one, not in AEW, not in WWE, not in TNA, not in NXT, not anywhere, not any in GCW. Solo Sikoa, number one. Faction, runner, the entire way right now. And now, look, this man, Roman gonna make him too. This storyline is the most giving. Roman was right. He is the most giving leader. Because he gonna put Solo over. Nobody asking questions right now about, oh, Solo was 0-40 last year. Fuck that shit. Nobody gives a fuck, right? Right, Mike?
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that shit now.
No.
Look at this.
They picked up the Penguin. They picked the Penguin. Shout out to Vic for saying that. Big ass up, and you talking about struggling. That's like Dice trying to pick up some of the big ones he be trying to fuck with, y'all.
If you actually watch the clip,
struggle time.
If you watch the clip, they did not struggle. One person struggled.
They did.
Oh, there you go. I thought they all struggled.
One person struggled. Look at it again. He's leaning to one side. He's leaning to one side about the
He got a flat tire.
One person was responsible for almost killing. It was about to be between Paul Heyman, Daniel Bryan, or Kevin Owens. It's who's going to die first. It was all because of one man, one side, and even there, you can see. Even there, you can see that he doesn't even have Paul Heyman. He's acting like he's helping the powerbomb, but he doesn't even have Paul Heyman.
The thing is, as he's being acknowledged, Mike Grandbody P, second largest running podcast in the hip hop universe, BDSR Networks, every single Wednesday. Make sure y'all check it out live in the UK. Billboards. If you get a billboard, don't fuck with me. But he made a very, very good point. Only that elder can do that. But you know what? This new generation, Mike, I mean, they turn things around. You know, it's not called Thug Passion no more, Dice. Alexander and Hennessy, they don't call it Thug Passion no more.
No, they call it a blue chew.
No, they call it a sexy red. Guaranteed to be a hoe for the night, right? That's what they call it.
Wow.
It's what they call it, right?
I don't know what your problem with sexy red.
Yeah, what is it? You know what the problem is, EC, is that she helps bury AEW, and these two AEW marks are upset about sexy red.
To my man, friend of the program, years ago when I first started, my man D1 put a song out today and spoke about that award show. Go check that out. That's not that kind of show, but they picked this big ass up. But as they took out one wise man, can this wise man be the next wise man executive consultant? Is Armando Estrada on the way? I can't roll my tongue.
I wouldn't use them at all. And I think we addressed this on the
Do
SmackDown.
you see that? What this? Why not? Because
that's that mowing bulldozer.
The bull. Listen, you gotta have, and they got personal history beef. And Triple H is very good at bringing in personal beef. If you can be in they brought back Carlito. Plenty of people are being brought back from companies.
The problem is
other companies.
Bloodline is so serious.
Okay,
and I don't take Armando serious. I think he's more of a
shame
joke.
for you. Shame on you. That's why you can't mess with us in the debate. To not take Armando serious, it's a shame on you.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. When Armando was mentioned just now, what did Z say?
I don't know. I was too busy.
He said exactly.
That don't mean anything.
It does. People do that, or they do Armando because he's not a serious person.
Let me ask you a question then.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Did you take Alberto Del Rio serious?
Yes.
So why not Armando?
Who looks phenomenal to be like 45 or 49 or whatever, still wrestling in Mexico. I saw the picture recently.
I don't see why
he looks like he's in amazing shape, but he's done. He will never come back.
And of course, that's a different kind of done.
Put the picture of him back out, Armando. I'll tell you why you can't take him seriously. No, another one, right there.
He like the motherfucking Sig Mambo number 5.
But let's be real to this though. I'm gonna cut you off, Steve. Let's be real to this. That's also Vince McMahon's version of him. When Vince McMahon, as you talk about people, gotta say it, may have some questionable ethnic affiliations.
You know what?
I'm not even gonna.
I'm gonna retract my statement. You make it make perfect sense because, ladies and gentlemen, you're right. Because the last person they brought back from a Joe character is surely doing well in the bloodline right now. So you are absolutely right, Mike. I am wrong. Okay, let's bring Armando and Sonata.
Okay, put Armando's picture back up because I got.
Do you not like the bloodline, Chris?
I love the bloodline.
Okay,
so I acknowledge my tribal chief.
Even the new one, even the new bloodline.
I acknowledge my tribal chief this past Saturday. You can ask Dice on the Independent Century this past Saturday. I acknowledge my tribal chief.
And who is that?
Solo Sikoa. I ain't getting put on the table.
Okay,
I'm breaking my neck because Camacho can't hold me up.
I'm going to make sure we get it correct. Okay, because until I hear Roman say that's the new tribal chief, all he did say in the past, storyline wise, he's the next man up. So you can absolutely ride that 100%. And up until this past Friday, I shared those same emotions, and that's my tribal chief. And shit, why am I changing? Well, because damn it, they fuck with the wise man. Z, your take.
I acknowledge that you are not my tribal chief.
As we spoke about this in Independent Century, you can catch me every Saturday at noon. I said that.
Shout out to Vic.
And Vic, who will be back. He did make an appearance. It was a commercial. I don't think that you bring Armando. It'll be somebody off the radar. However, I would not rule it out. But I think that he's so far removed from professional wrestling. I don't think that he.
This wasn't that long ago.
I think the thing.
This wasn't that long ago.
I think
this wasn't that long ago. This was last year when you get them together.
Possibly, I did not know that.
Right,
I did not know that. However, I'm saying so MLW, far removed from WWE's system of wrestling.
I get it.
Right?
I get it.
I remember seeing something. I think it was maybe 2-3 years ago that he had showed his daughter that he was in WWE, like showed her an actual contract, and that was a pretty heartfelt moment on Twitter, which is pretty dope. But
what you just said,
I don't know. I'm very split on this. It's a really good idea.
What you just said there, right? You said because he's so far removed and that kind of stuff, right? What you said.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows the new bloodline outside of diehard?
We don't know anything.
My point is nobody knows Tungaloa. No one knows. Nobody knows those guys. They just don't. They didn't come up through NXT. The way that WWE typically brings in talent, they are not that kind of talent. Did
the head shrinkers? I'm sorry because I'm not.
Okay, and I grew up in the head shrinkers era. That's
the head shrinkers. Did they? It was Lou Albano, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's nobody like a Captain Lou. That could manage that.
And I'm not saying they bring up.
So you have a valid prediction with that. I believe you do have a valid prediction. I'm just more 50-50 on it, not knowing how in tune Armando is with professional wrestling now, even though that picture.
Like I said, that was from MLW late last year.
You can't have a guy that's got Cuban cigars just hanging out in the open in his open pocket. Who fucking does that?
Plenty of people.
Nobody fucking does. Nobody.
First of all,
if you got a Cuban, that means you got some clout. You got some money. If you got a poor,
when you hang
Victor Newman does it, and so does Sonny Corinthos. I've seen them both do it. That's all I'm gonna say. Two of the best, put them on the inside, motherfuckers this side of daytime television does it. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Interrupt you. However, we have breaking news. Ain't this a bitch? Now you want to acknowledge your tribal chief Roman Reigns. This is just one of the reasons why this bloodline story is the greatest storyline in wrestling history. We tell you all the time. Hashtag wrestling is storyline. And
Chris,
why
Cable.
Roman Reigns is that damn good. Mike Knoxxx, back to you. G.
What? Who is this? Who is this George Stephanopoulos motherfucker you paid to say all this shit?
God damn.
Mike, who is this guy? Really?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's a version of Vic, Steve. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's a version of Vic.
Is this AI? He's AI?
This definitely was AI. Look,
oh my God.
nice little things you guys should add into the segment.
We barely enough got money to pay the StreamYard every month. But we got enough money for AI. Holy shit!
Y'all think that's a joke?
Oh God. Jobs are rough here at Unpopular Review. Team of 20 got $5 to see us.
Oh no, I'm not gonna pay my $5.
Damn.
How much you paying for those
Listen,
subs?
you say you want to be here, but do you really want to be here?
I got the
That's all
free
say
one. That
about
was it. I used my free trial on one video.
Nah, I told you the first time you showed me, I said, "Yeah, I brought me the 25 credit, y'all." And then I had. What happens if you make a mistake or you don't like how it comes out?
It's done.
You can't get your money back, right?
You got to use new credits.
That's 8 fucking credits. You know what I'm saying? Shits are gone. But I think I'm gonna go out like a boss. But absolutely, guys, the new Bloodline is here. Chris acknowledges him. Listen, I just don't understand why wrestling fans don't get it. Don't see. You don't have to not like Solo.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? I just think what Roman created is why he's still, to me, Chris, the tribal chief. You say it all so well, and so for you to go back on it right now, it's why you're the old man in the cabinet. Okay, this is my camera. This is the Mike Knoxxx Show. Y'all in my panel. That is my graphic I put together. You here because of me. That's Roman.
Run it all.
That's your AI guy.
He right?
That's
I pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Roman Reigns is the tribal chief. I love Solo. When you got your kids invested and random fans invested, I just think it's absolutely amazing. And to hear the kids react to this too, and I keep trying to, I'm like the heel dad, but try to not go behind the iron curtain too much. Kind of, like I gotta play that role. And it's like I'm acknowledging Solo until Roman was wise man Paul Heyman was everything to Roman Reigns. And that lets me believe that Solo's working for Solo and not for Roman. And that tipped the scales for me. Now, whether Roman
some people still think he's working for The Rock.
Yeah. Well, and that's a great way to go. And I can't say you're wrong, right? That'd be great too. That's what it's supposed to be, Rock and Roman. That's still, to me, the bottom of the ninth. Or matter of fact, extra innings, since we call this thing a baseball thing right now.
Like I ran over your damn dog.
Your damn dog. You ran over Frosty the Snowman. You turned the heat on. What the hell did Rudolph do to you? Okay, somebody froze. It was nighttime. You Virginia drivers. It was Rudolph. His nose was lit, right?
Why was there so much Christmas talk? Oh, go ahead.
Behind the curtains. But overall, Dice, your final thoughts. I know you spoke on the SmackDown Penitentiary. Just simple answer this question. Where do you rank this as the greatest storylines in wrestling history?
It's still going strong. I mean, if fans don't know long-term storytelling, let's go back, and I'm going to do this briefly, to when Jimmy stopped Jay from beating Roman. And he said, I stopped you because I didn't want you to become the tribal chief because I didn't want you to change and be like him. Mm-hmm. And he points to Roman, right? Mm-hmm. And Jay proceeds to say to him, I might not be the tribal chief or in line to be the tribal chief, but there's somebody in that ring that is. And Roman looks at Sikoa and he laughs, but he looks at Sikoa and Sikoa gives him the look like,
mm-hmm. You've always said that.
Shit. Okay. Right. But then a year to the day of the acknowledgement ceremony.
Trash. And it's not the president. The one who will be president does.
Solo picks up the Ulufala, right? And the crowd goes ape shit.
Ape shit.
Why is the crowd not going ape shit now? Fickle! Fickle! For shame! Y'all flip-flop more than a tampon on a bitch with a Saturday night fever.
What the hell?
It's because Danny Garcia is not involved.
The Rock's wife has nothing to do with this.
But I think this Bloodline, the steam is not losing anything. It's keeping me more intrigued. Again, it's one of the reasons why I tune in to Friday nights, not to mention Bailey.
How do you feel about your show possibly going to 3 hours?
I don't believe it, personally.
Me?
Yeah.
I thought it already was.
I'm great with 3 hours. As long as we got a panel, we're good. The conversation keeps flowing. We're good.
I don't think he's talking about you show.
No, not your show. Smackdown.
Boy.
Oh, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
I knew that too.
Because if Raw is going to do uncensored, then you got to give SmackDown a leg up.
It's not going to be uncensored like people.
I know, but still,
it just won't be. It won't be half
freedom.
black. It won't be half black like SmackDown was.
You got a little bit more freedom. So
that was
if
one
they
of the
can
most
do that, then by all
censored
means,
SmackDown
I'm cool
episodes I've ever seen in my life.
It was
It
absolutely.
was really
terrible.
bad.
It was bad.
It was so terrible how much it kept going. Just they got to stop that. Big Daddy Cool, take us out of here with your thoughts as well. Is this your tribal chief?
Roman Reigns is still the tribal chief. You're gonna see when he comes back and he lays down the law, and then like
predicted
the
1 or
Avengers,
2
he's
weeks.
gonna reunite the original Bloodline 1.0, maybe even Sammy included.
Okay, that was my question.
To vanquish these bums into the dark dimension.
So you saying that Sammy needs the bloodline?
Sammy's going to need to because
Sammy
people-
needs that bloodline. Wait,
Oh,
first of
here
all,
we
we've
go.
been doing
There we go. You just open a can of worms. You just open a can of worms.
You're gonna leave my guy alone, Sami Zayn. Damn, man.
What's he been doing since?
Here? He's been doing a great work with Chad Gable. That's what he's doing. That's what
He
he's
hasn't
doing.
even been in the ring with Chad Gable for months.
What you
What
mean?
you talking
You not
about?
watch Raw?
It was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago.
What are you talking about?
He got domed, Chad Gable. What are you talking about? Boom.
He got domed.
He got domed. That shit. They showed Chad Gable's face, and then it said "wasted," like fucking Grand Theft Auto.
I'm moving on.
How did he come back to life last week? I still don't know.
When
I
Sami
don't know.
Zayn loses the Intercontinental Championship to Braun Breaker, because he's going to lose the Intercontinental Championship to Braun
Good.
Breaker.
He should.
He's going to.
It should happen tonight.
He's going. Then yes, he's going to have something to do. And
Tonight only cares about Dominic versus Rey Mysterio.
Oh my
That's all
God,
that matters.
Dominic and Liv Morgan. God damn it, that's the best story.
Here we go.
There's
It
so
is.
many great storylines.
Steve is just as horny as Dice is when he sees Bailey.
There's so much. I just love a love story, a good love story. Right? That's all I'm saying. Look, she holding up for her man. She fighting for her man.
She is. Listen, I think it's about her and Finn Balor, though. I think there's a story there. I think there's a story there. I think it's a story. Although I've deemed Dom the new Latino Heat. Okay, I do see Finn Balor being. They got to do something with Finn. That's just me being a Finn guy. Like how you got to dig and make fun of Sami Zayn. But this storyline, wrestling right now is in a good space unless you're an AEW fan, because that just was not good last night.
Then they're sad.
That just wasn't good. But
I got one last
yes,
thing,
sir.
Mike.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt you, but on
You're
your own
fine.
show.
Great
but,
hair.
King Vaughn, I want you to mark down July 1st, 2024, in wrestling history, when the Angry Muppets came over and took over the Mike Knoxxx Show.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
Why do you keep saying nonsense like that? That makes absolutely no.
No, I'd rather not acknowledge AEW on the day. I'd rather acknowledge it's Dan Aykroyd's birthday before I do that. So with that being said, that's all I gotta say.
Thank you.
Lose it, bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. If YouTube or Google me, turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it, I just had the balls to say it.
And make sure you guys check out on Tuesdays now the Raw review show. We are going to Tuesdays now. No more live review. And then NXT Jack is back with the Jack Packers and Estella. Also, this Thursday, we'll have the prediction show for Money in the Bank. Don't forget White People Wednesdays, White Man Wednesdays. It's just all over the place right now. That's where our white people, we love you. Come to the barbershop and have your ass a martini with Dan and Man. Katie.
Shaking, not stirred.
And a snout.
Katie won't be on Wednesday. Ron will be sitting in her spot, so it won't be only white people.
And then don't forget on Wednesday. We know that. Don't always gotta be a Debbie Downer. That's why your old ass in the closet somewhere. I don't mean like that. I'm just saying like you're in the balcony someday or where. Listen, guys, we're gonna bring it up out of here. Listen, I want to thank you guys for tuning in the chat room as always. You've been on fire. Avoid the clap, Jimmy Dugans. And listen, as I say all the time, I cannot do this without you guys, because frankly, like Tony,
And it's just I hate to say it, it's just a lot of fun to play.
It's a lot of fun. It's fine. Listen, we're getting ready to get up out of here, y'all. My name is Mike Knoxxx. Listen, do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. We are out of here, y'all. Fingers, and don't forget, we got other segments. See y'all next week. Peace.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
AKA the Z is silent, and I'm back. What I like to call 2 words for you or 2 sweet. Let's jump right into it. MVP says Triple H got the Bloodline to Hurt Business gimmick. Now, we all know that the Bloodline has been moving like a mafia. However, this incarnation of Solo Sikoa's Bloodline just happens to be a mafia. Now, the Hurt Business, no, they didn't move like that. The Beatdown Clan did. So if MVP was trying to do that for the Hurt Business, okay, maybe. But I just think this is more so sour grapes because he's not on TV right now. Now, 2 sweet side of things. Ricochet seems to be done with WWE because he's been moved to the alumni section. And we all know that they only do that with legends and people that are really, really done. And I don't think they're just doing it for a show, for a mid-carder. So, I'm going to 2 sweet that. Now, 2 words for you. Tony Khan says, I really need to focus on AEW and not what the competition's been doing. Come here, stupid. Come here. Ain't this what everybody been telling your goofy ass from the get-go, huh? We've been telling y'all. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. 2 words for you, you big dummy. Now, Lio Rush is officially all elite, but he's officially all injured because he got injured at Forbidden Door. He says it's nothing small, but the often injured, multi-talented Lio Rush is injured once again. Now, 2 words for you. Mercedes Moné says that being at AEW All In made her realize this is where she wanted to be. I'm going to need you to stop capping, Mercedes, because this is why people are starting to hate you right now. You definitely on this Hulk Hogan-ish. And people are really, they're getting a sour taste from you right now. I'm going to just need you to stop the cap. You already said that you wanted to go back to WWE in 3 years. Stop talking so much in your interviews. 2 words for you, Mercedes. Now, 2 sweet things. WWE expects the fans to find some more dirt on McMahon and Laurinaitis. Oh, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's nothing new here, but WWE is all prepared for it, and they are unfazed, unfuckwittable. So shout out to them for distancing themselves from McMahon and Laurinaitis. Now, last side of 2 words for you. Dijak says Vince McMahon wanted him to fail in WWE because he didn't grab someone aggressively during a commercial break. We all know Vince McMahon likes big guys. Pause. You're supposed to have aggression. If you did not show that, then therefore you're not playing to the character that Vince McMahon wanted you to. And let's be clear, Dijak, nobody's checking for you. They weren't checking for you then, they're not checking for you now, and I got to go be checking for you. So, 2 words for you, boy. Now, last thing for 2 sweet. Penta El Zero Miro open to join the WWE after his contract expires sometime in August, September. I too sweeted that the thought probably is there, but as a 39-year-old luchador that's taller than most luchadors, where would the spot be in WWE if it doesn't involve Rey Fenix? You know, I'm hoping it, but you never know. Now, y'all hear that? Y'all know what it is. That damn train coming. If you ain't on it by now, you better get on it and say it with me. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Till then, y'all catch your boy in the Smackdown Penitentiary every Saturday, 12 p.m. Now, look at it. Look at it. Respect it. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Almighty Dice Man, aka the Z is South.
You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're raw, what you getting in? Perfect Flex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me